everybody. Today I have Pratima with me. She's a ground coordinator at Indiahikes. She's just come back from Talle Valley, and that's a new trek in Arunachal Pradesh that Indiahikes opened this year. So she has so many stories about it. Let's ask her. Hi Pratima, thanks for coming on the show.
Hi Swati, thanks for having me.
Pratima, you've just come back from Talle Valley, and not only you but a lot of people cannot stop talking about these jungle trails. And what's so special about these jungle trails?
The Talle Valley is really very special, very different and very nice trek that we went. So it's completely a forest trek, jungle trek with a lot of dense vegetation and a lot of bamboo sections where there's a lot of bamboo growing. And the bamboo there is very different from what we see in the other parts of India. So one is the denseness, they are very dense and they grow in big clusters. And they're very thin stemmed bamboo, tall. And when you're walking in between the bamboo forests, the trail is so narrow that you have to walk with one foot in front of the other, and it's so dense that when you look up, you just hardly can see the sky. It's fully covered, and the floor of the forest is covered with ferns and moss, and it's really very, very beautiful. It's a very, very different trek.
Is it just bamboo, or do you see other kinds of trees?
There are a lot of other varieties of trees. It's a tropical forest. A lot of other varieties. Apart from bamboo, we have the maple, the birch, oak trees, and a lot of varieties of ferns that grow there. So one interesting fern is called the welcome fern, the common name. And it's really huge and gigantic. It's larger than life. So when you're standing in front of the fern, you're like a miniature there. So we all had to stop and take a lot of photos there, and it's very interesting. And the moss is something that is very, very unique. Most of the tree trunks are covered with this green, thick moss, like a carpet. And there are situations where we walk on the floor and the moss is there. We just don't want to trample them and crush them. So we're trying to dodge them and go. It's very, very beautiful. Very nice. A lot of orchids also. So a lot of orchids growing on the tree trunks. So very, very, very nice trek.
Wow, orchids are some flowers that we've seen only in bouquets in the cities. So to watch them grow naturally must be really nice. Wow. So Pratima, what about the trails? I mean, are they well-established trails, because it's a new trek and people haven't been there before? So what are the trails themselves?
Actually on this trek that we went, we hardly saw other trekkers. So we felt we were the first ones going there. So there is a path where the vehicles do go. I think the forest department uses it. But apart from these routes, there are some sections where we take shortcuts. So these are very interesting, very adventurous, where we have to get on our fours and we crawl up and we lift ourselves up. We hold the creepers and the rocks and the tree trunks by the side. So very adventurous. We don't get to do this on any of other treks. And another very interesting aspect is the fallen tree trunks. So a lot of these old tree trunks are just fallen on a path. So some are narrow, some are so huge that you have to push yourself up and jump over them, or sit over them and do some kind of acrobatics and get on the other side. Some of them are across the river, so we use them as bridges to walk across. And sometimes we're very confident, sometimes we need help. We use the trees by the side. So it's very nice. And also they're very shallow rivers that are going by. So there are these bamboos that are kept across the rivers. So we cross on them. So these are very adventurous, very different. So it's very unique going on this trip.
Sounds like the setting of Jungle Book.
Yes. In fact, we were all talking about that after the trek was over. When we came back, we felt like we're just out of Jungle Book, and we met Mowgli and spent a few days with Balu. Very nice it was.
And you actually camp at these places?
Yes, we have two camps. One is the Pange camp and the other is the Talle camp. Both are by the riverside. So the first camp is the Pange river camp, which is just by the side of the river. And we camp there in a small clearing. We have a watchtower there, and there's a forest guest house on one side. And fully, the surrounding is full of dense forests. It's a very beautiful campsite.
Isn't it scary camping there?
Not really scary. It's very nice. There are a lot of these mithun animals that are found there. They look like bisons or mix of a bison and a cow. So they're pretty friendly, but they're huge and they just keep looking at you and staring at you, and they're just grazing all over around. So it's very interesting.
Also, one more highlight seems to be the Apatani tribe. They're a very ancient tribe. So did you get to meet them or see them or anything?
Yes, we did go. On the day one part of the itinerary is we have a small tour into this village called the Hong village, where the Apatanis stay. It's a vanishing tribe, to be honest. There are very few people there, mostly the elder generation. The men and women are there. The youngsters have kind of moved out. So we went there. The tribes were very welcoming. They called us into the house. We went into their houses. They were so happy with us. They gifted us a bag of rice, and it was very nice people.
So I saw these pictures of paddy fields. Is that part of their village only?
Yes, paddy cultivation is their main occupation. So they have a lot of these paddy fields where we go for walks in the paddy fields, and when we went it was not the season for harvesting. So the paddy fields have a dual purpose. They grow paddy during the season, and off season they do fish harvesting. Okay. And they have this lovely red algae which is growing on top of that. So it's such a beautiful sight.
Wow, sounds nice. So, Pratima, what would you say is the best season to visit this place, to do this trek also?
The best season would be the winter, January, February and March. It's really very cold, but it's the best time to go. And post-May, it's the monsoon time, so it's obviously avoidable.
Must get a lot of rainfall.
Yes, because the vegetation is so thick, so I guess the rainfall helps vegetation to grow.
So thanks a lot, Pratima, for throwing light on this Talle Valley trek. No one has been there. You're one of the first few. So thanks a lot for sharing this.
Thank you, Swati. You must go yourself too. Thank you.
So guys, there you have it. That's the Talle Valley trek for us. If you have any questions, just drop in a comment and we'll help you out.